Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wise Guys Entertainment. And welcome to Grubbin on the One. Grubbin on the One. You know what? Maybe we will use this. I don't know. Let me see. Is this a good angle? Maybe. I was trying to go. Alright. Alright, so anyway, we better get the rice on because it takes the longest. So, you know what? I'm looking at this. It says. Wait, is it 8 ounces to a cup? That's 2 cups worth? Yeah, it's like 2 cups. So basically, it's suggesting you, this is brown rice, long grain brown rice. I don't have any white rice right now, so I'm unprepared. I just have a lot of leftovers, assorted leftovers that I've got to get around to using up. So that's why I'm making some occasionally weird combinations. It's because I'm going based on what ingredients I have left. You know what? I better double check these expirations here. 8/2022, 8/2022, 8/2022, and this is 10/2022. Oh shit. Alright, so let's use one of the 8/2022s. Oh, you know what? Oh shoot. I do have white jasmine rice. I don't know. Should I use that one first? It looks like it's already been opened. Hmm. 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. This one is suggesting, I think, 4 cups. It depends on how soft or firm you want your rice. I like them both ways. It depends on your application. If you're, excuse me, if you're, for example, doing like rice balls or like sushi, then you might want it softer and stickier. If you're wanting something more like fried rice, you tend to go firmer, and you don't want it mushy or anything, so you'll use less water. This one says for 2 cups of rice, you do 4 1/4 cups water. I think they're also factoring in that this is brown rice. Yeah, that is. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should. I already broke into this. What's. Oh, all right. Well, that one is already expired, but it shouldn't go bad or anything. Let's go with this. Let's go with jasmine. The brown rice, they also said salt and butter to taste. I'm not sure if I'm going to add butter. I might. I might after the rice is done. To be honest, anytime I make rice, I'm almost always using a rice cooker, but I don't own a rice cooker anymore. In a minute. Be right back. Oh, okay. My blinds are closed, but from this angle, it looks like they're open. All right, so let's go with 3 cups of water. I don't particularly mind if I go a little bit over, because with evaporation, and all. What's cool about this stovetop is it's pretty good at raising the heat quickly. So it shouldn't be very long. And then what we're going to need is, if we're making the equivalent, yeah. Well, but then if I want leftovers, now let's do 3 cups worth. So 3 cups of rice to 4 1/4 cups water is 12 servings or 3/4 cups cooked. Okay, let me add more water. 1 1/2 cups more of water. There we go. And we're going to need 3 cups of rice. I'll use one of these. Do I have a... Let me see if I still have the... All right, cool. Because any leftovers I have is probably going to end up in here. Okay, so let's go get some rice. Oh, I opened it nice and neat so I can 3 cups. So that I could easily close the package and have it decently sealed. One cup of rice. 2 cups of rice. 3 cups of rice. Okay, let's see. And today I'm drinking water mixed with this Country Time lemon iced tea. Oh, hello, EDG. How's it going? I don't know if anyone's going to be interested, but I think let me see. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it was over here. Say hi to the backstage. Hello, backstage. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's doing great. I don't know if anyone's going to be at all interested, but there's a link. I'm not sure if the audio is going to come in clean. This time around, when I hopped on the panel, the audio actually worked eventually so that I could actually hear full volume. I don't know what the heck is going on, and I think it's a StreamYard specific problem, but I'm not certain. I think there's still a number of bugs on StreamYard mobile, but I don't think they consider it a priority compared to the other stuff they want to do. All right, so I'll put the rest of the jasmine away. Okay, we're waiting for the water to boil. All right, so let me get a bowl here. Bowl. All right, so there's other stuff I'm going to add to it. I know this isn't like normally what you put in into fried rice, but I'm going to add it anyway because I have the ingredients. Granted, they're not necessarily the ingredients you usually add to fried rice, but I'm going to add it. Yvette, Tim, and Mr. Londell are here. Right on. Right on. Hope you're all doing well. Good group of people. Yeah, normally with fried rice, you'll have a primary protein, a meat. You know what? Speaking of which, before I forget to use it, I've got cooked shrimp. You know what? Let me prepare it because I'll use this. I'll put it in here because the thing I wasn't paying attention to when I bought this shrimp is I ended up getting the tail on version. And tail on is good if you're wanting to do shrimp cocktail. But, oh all right, never mind. I did buy it for its intended purpose. I was originally going to do shrimp cocktail. And I have done it once with some of the package, but I have to prep it accordingly for shrimp fried rice because I don't want to have to mess with tails while I'm eating it. Just too big a pain in the rear. Some people are skilled to where they can put the tail in their mouth and tear it off the meat. I don't have the patience. Water's close to boiling. When it comes to a boil, I'll add the rice. But then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to kind of babysit it. Make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan and burn. Last thing I need is for the smoke alarm to go off. Listen, baby. If you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion, I second that emotion. You know what? To try and keep these sorted, you know what? I think I'm going to start. Let's put all the finished ones on one towel. Put the shells on another. Okay. Thing also to remember when you're going to cook shrimp, it's going to be last because it cooks so fast. All right. Let's turn our attention to the rice. All right. I don't know if I'm going to move it over. Let me see. If you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion. Oh, you know what? Oh, crap. This might not have been a wise idea. Well, I could put it in the wok if I have to. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's use a spatula. This is 3 cups of rice. It's going to absorb a lot of water and it's going to get poofy. It's going to get. It's probably going to rise some. Hopefully, this pan will be enough to accommodate it all. Okay, so brought it to a boil. Now, let it come to a boil again. When it boils some more, and drop it down to a simmer. Let's see if I can squeeze these in while I'm waiting for it to boil up again. Grubbin on the one, grubbin on the one, grubbin on the one, grubbin on the one. I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Yeah. Sooner or later. Wanna find a love hard enough to last. So when the night comes, my lonely heart falls. Something like that. I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat. No, I haven't watched that. I gotta drop it to a simmer. It's already sticking. Chinese chicken. You have and your brain starts sticking. Watch this faz with the lights on. Nalamazon. I have some commands in this one. Like here's some for them in French. Country. It's all about family. Alright, so let's drop this to low and slow. Set the timer for 35 minutes. And partially cover it. I don't think oh, you know what? Let's add some salt. Oh, here we go. Nowadays, at least until this grinder's over, I'm using Himalayan pink sea salt. Himalayan pink salt grinder. By the way, it specifies that the salt does not supply iodine, a necessary ingredient. So if you need more iodine in your diet, this is not the right salt for you. You'd have to specifically look for a salt containing iodine. All right, back to the shrimp. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so that is all the shrimp. I've got more shrimp left, portioned out. I think one of the things I want to make is like a shrimp scampi or something with roasted potatoes. So, like I said, you know what? Let me get another bowl. So, shrimp's can go in there. And then, how's the ankle? Oh, all right, it doesn't really show. All right, there we go. So, there's a shrimp. As I mentioned, I'm going to throw in some additional ingredients. But since they're all roughly the same thickness and density, I'm just going to add them all to one bowl. Often when you're cooking, it's nice to have several dishes out there. Yes, it leads to more dishwashing, but it's so convenient and easy to work with when you've got, let me rinse this off. When you've got all the separate little dishes. You ever notice when you watch cooking shows how everything's already prepped and portioned out? That's because the cooking shows have a crew of staff members who help do prep work and stuff. So you have a tiny little dish for salt, tiny little dish for pepper, and so on and so forth, garlic, and whatever have you. Looks like I left it in this bowl. Reuse it, but oh well. All right, so let's see. Let's go down this way. This is sliced onions. I thought I was going to make a bunch of sandwiches, but I didn't. So I'm going to use it here. I'm just going to give it a rough chop because onions melt pretty easily, especially when in a stir fry. Okay. I might end up using the white bowl after all for the green beans. So, like I said, this is not your typical. Oh, you know what? That reminds me, I gotta get some eggs. For purposes of this dish, because there's 3 cups of rice, I'm going with 6 eggs. All right, so anyway, got water chestnuts, and for the hell of it, normally you'd add peas or carrots, but I've just got green beans at the house, so I'm using it. Again, I'm using this can opener, which I think is better than the other style, the traditional style. I actually like this one. So it cuts off the lid from the side. Now I just have to drain the water. I'm going to check the rice real quick. I'm not going to bother trying to reset the camera, but I'll be right back. Whoa. Good thing I did. Holy crap. All right. Let me see. I got 300 butter after all. Whoa, shit, really? I still got 30 minutes to go? 28 minutes? Can't be this close to done so fast. Let me try and taste some, see if it's real, if it's rock hard. It's still a little firm. You know what? I'm going to add more water. Hold on, let me add more water. Look at this. See how it's expanding? Look how much it's risen. I'm going to add a couple of cups of water. Let's see it, see if it absorbs even more. I don't want this thing burning on me. Whoa, I probably didn't need that much. Oops, I should have used the silicone or plastic spatula. As you may already know, you definitely don't want to use metal utensils on non-stick surfaces. Alright, let's see what that brings us. Excuse me. Yeah, once you damage the surface of the non-stick pan, then it's done for. It's toast. Okay. I was almost going to chop this up into smaller pieces, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. I mean, it's small enough to be bite-sized. Let's have some iced tea. I have a feeling I messed up on the measurements on that. The ratio of the iced tea mix to the amount of water I have. All right, so let's open the water chestnuts now. Let's get the green bean can out of the way. In the trash. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. As before, remove the lid. And then let's drain these water chestnuts, shall we? I'm going to rinse them off. All right. And like with the green beans, I was almost going to chop these up in like quarters. But water chestnuts also melt really easily during cooking. So let's put them in slices. Now, if I had the whole water chestnuts, then of course I'd chop them up. Or at the very least, slice them up. Okay. That's basically it for the prep. Gonna be adding eggs later. But that's for the wok. Okay, let's check on the progress of the rice. See if there are any updates. I kind of want to get another rice cooker because it's literally sit and forget it. You know, that easy. I mean, it doesn't hurt to know how to cook rice on a stovetop, but so much easier the other way. 22 minutes to go still? What? Yes, I'm more or less doing bachelor pad etiquette. Meaning cooking utensils equal stirring utensils equal tasting utensils equals in some cases serving utensils. Yeah, I know that's bad. So normally you'd of course have separate sets of instruments every step of the process and take like a tasting spoon as opposed to eating right off the stirring spoon. So, but I'm only serving myself, so there you have it. Now, if I didn't have shrimp, I'd probably use one of my other meats. I actually do have salmon, so I could have done a salmon fried rice. It doesn't sound appetizing, but I could have done a hot dog fried rice. I could have done pepperoni fried rice. Oh, you know what? I've also got some sliced turkey, thin sliced deli turkey. I got quesadillas, but I would never add quesadilla to a fried rice. I've got some kale salad leftovers, so I'm gonna munch on these while I wait a little longer. The rice isn't bad, although I like it to be a little more tender. I mean, I'm still gonna cook it some more in the wok afterwards, but I would like it a little more tender before. Man, I wonder if I should add another cup of water. We're going to be cooking in the wok shortly. And it's up to you what kind of oil you use. Oftentimes you use a vegetable oil or an olive oil. I've got extra virgin olive oil, but I also have a pure sesame oil, which I think I might use. It says pure sesame oil brings roasted flavor by sprinkling to your meal, such as ramen, yakitori, and barbecue marinade sauce. Yeah, I think I'll use some of that. I don't use it all that much, so, any excuse to use it, I'm going to use it. Check the rice. Here's a curiosity. I wasn't mixing it all that well. So maybe stuff near the very bottom is already thoroughly cooked. That'll work. That will do, donkey. That'll do. All right, this is going to be pretty quick, so it's going to go by pretty fast. Let's see. Thing is, you also want to be cooking frying the rice, because it's literal fried rice, to get some brown on it. I might need I should consider investing in some bowls, some cooking bowls. You know what? I can overflow into that Tupperware container if I have to. All right, so let's get the temperature on here. Get some oil in there. Let's see how well we fare when we fry some rice. Actually, is it hot? Oh man, dang it. I got some spillover of rice. Piece landing on the burner. If you have a good wok, Excuse me. I don't know. This is supposed to be a good walk, but you should be able to rest food on the outside without it all going back in the middle. The idea is, as you cook things, if you do it right, if you want to apply less heat to the cooked items, what you do is make sure that it's on the board, the circumference of the wok, and then you fry whatever active ingredient is you're cooking up in the middle. And you also make room in the middle and push everything up the sides whenever you want to make a sauce. I don't want to say roux because that's like in French cooking, but in Chinese cooking, you're often using garlic, ginger, a little bit of water, and what they use as a thickening agent in their sauces to give the food a nice coating is cornstarch. So whenever you need to, all right. I guess I should turn this higher. I want to get this peanut oil, the sesame oil, hot. You might be able to hear it sizzling now. Probably shouldn't be doing it all at once. Learn from my example. You might be better off like cutting the amount in half and doing half portions, you know? If it helps you see it better. The other advantage to cooking the rice and frying it is that you're giving it color instead of just plain white rice. You got a yellowish, brownish color to it. I think I might add more oil. There we go. Get some more frying action going on and more color at the same time. something like this is what I was more or less talking about. Breaking the total amount into more manageable chunks. So you know what? I should get the blue one. So, for example, you're supposed to, if you get like one of those hand-hammered blocks, you're supposed to see all these indentations, right? You can actually see the different surfaces, and the surfaces is what holds the food up the sides of the pan. So, like if I were making a little sauce or something for a stir fry, I would add all the ingredients in the middle while the stuff was on the edges. Might have been a good idea if I'd patted it down, patted the shrimp down, so that there was less moisture. But they still had some of their juices and stuff, so let's let some of the water evaporate. Just Nefarious, what's up? Wise, hey, Wise, hey, Wise. What you doing? Are you cooking? What you cooking? Is it good? Well, hopefully it'll be good. I imagine it will be. I'm making shrimp fried rice. To be honest, even if I'm making this much, I normally would, 56 seconds for the rice timer. All right, cancel that. Excuse me. Normally, I would actually prefer way more shrimp than what I prepared. This is probably about a pound of shrimp. Maybe at most pound and a half. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Oh. I don't like juices coming out the sides. Alright, so that. And what I should have done, in terms of prep work, is had all these eggs already out and maybe even whipped, beaten. Yeah, I know some of you are saying, why aren't you doing the one hand egg cracking technique? Because I don't have enough experience and I'm not that fancy. That's why. Alright, so that's 6 whole eggs. Paper towel, rag. If you want poofy, fluffy eggs, you'll want to beat them in a bowl and add milk. That'll make them significantly fluffier. All I'm looking for is a scramble. So, but anytime you're doing a fried egg, an omelet, it helps to adding milk helps. It adds volume, you might say. Speaking of adding volume, a lot of people say that in Chinese cooking, when they're adding egg to fried rice, they're using it as a filler. I would agree with that. But I also love eggs in a lot of dishes. I add eggs to ramen. I add eggs to fried rice all the time. Okay. All right, so let's add it to the shrimp. Another fun fact, the shape of this spatula is actually designed so that it matches the curvature of the bowl, the wok. I'm going to do this in layers, kind of like a parfait, mainly because this is going to take up so much darn room. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to stir since I'm doing it all at once. But let me start off with this. One of the big differences you'll notice between when I cook versus when the TV chefs cook is I'm often found trying to scrape every little bit of food or juices from the dishes. Whereas if they leave, I don't know, maybe it's a sign of ADD, but I don't want little bits of pieces of ingredients to be left behind. And I also don't want to leave just a few bite-sized morsels in a leftovers container taking up space in the fridge. It's like either either use all the ingredients in the dish or just eat it. Eat the little bit of leftover. But I know that would interrupt the flow of the cooking show. That's also why they have a lot of the major prep work done ahead of time. That way, if there's a stage in the process where you need to just sit there and wait for something to cook, or braise, or boil, they have another dish at the next stage of cooking at the ready, so they can just pull it out and say, all right, here's what the next stage looks like. All right, so that's pretty much done. Man, why do I keep dropping? Not throwing out the bowls. All right, so this is, wow. Got so much weight here, I'm not going to touch it. All right, so I don't know if can you see it from this angle? It's far, but wowza! Cooking shrimp fried rice, and that sounds nice. For some extra sauce, he always charges you twice. Indeed. So people may have noticed, I know it's hard to see from here, but people may have noticed underneath the wok is balanced on a O-ring, and it's got vent holes on the sides. That's a good tool to use. It comes with a lot of woks that you buy in the store, but it's a very handy tool to use excuse me, to keep it from sliding off the stovetop, off your burner. So a lot of, real chefs or cooks or whatever, they'll typically either have no O-ring to support it, so you're literally just on the on a flat surface, or there'll also be a special hole in the cooktop surface, and of course the flame is underneath it, that allows you to have it kind of supported and set up. So you didn't see that. So it's pretty sweet, depending on what style of cooking, whether it be Chinese versus Mongolian versus Thai. Okay, so this is the finished shrimp fried rice. Let's give it a shot. Make sure everything's off, of course. All the burners are off. Overhead light is off. Overhead fan is off. And let's get a nut fork. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Chopsticks. All right, so let's give it a shot. Actually, shrimp and rice, shrimp and rice, shrimp and rice is always nice. Shrimp and rice is nice. Two chopsticks up. In the words of the great Martin Yan himself, if Yang can cook, so can you. Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate you hanging out while I make this delicacy. It is delicacy in my book. One of my favorite dishes. Insert protein of your choice here. Fried rice. I'm going to dig in and enjoy. Thanks all for joining me. Thanks for all your support. You have a great one. I'm going to try and, assuming I don't fall into a food coma, I'm going to try and do a gaming stream later today. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I better not. I'm sorry, midnight. And I need to be up early tomorrow. All right. So I'll have to do a gaming stream maybe Saturday. All right. Take it easy, y'all. Have a great one. You guys are the best. Bye-bye.